Hi, I'm Aaron, and this is why every project needs a decision list. It's one of the biggest complaints I hear from clients or friends going through builds. Here's one story I heard this past weekend. Nearing the end of a major renovation, a new raw wood front door was installed, and as you may or may not know, raw wood shouldn't exist on a project without some kind of treatment, whether a paint, stain, or clear coat, to stop the wood from discoloring as it's touched or handled. So the clients wake up one morning to go to work and there's a painter at the front door prepping to paint the door black. The problem is the clients don't want the door painted black, they want a dark stain. Paint and stain are very different. Paint stays on the surface of the wood and has a very uniform appearance. Stain is absorbed into the wood and wood grain is often visible. The painter replied they didn't have the paint spec and he'd need it before he started, obviously. At 8 a.m., the client is now frantically trying to source a stain spec while his wife is getting their daughter ready for school, and nobody's happy about having to make this decision while a painter waits literally at the front door. A rushed decision is a bad decision. So this scenario is all too common, and it usually plays out like this. As an example, the builder looks 2 or 3 weeks ahead and realizes they don't have a shower fixture spec for the plumber to install when doing the rough plumbing. The plumber would need to install a specific mixing valve behind the drywall in about 3 weeks. So let's say there's a 2-week lead time for this valve, so the builder contacts the client and says, hey, we'll need a decision on your shower fixture by the end of this week. For the builder, that's plenty of time to choose something. For the client, whose family's week is slammed with dance classes, hockey practices, and parkour after work, getting husband and wife together alone at a plumbing store to decide on not just one fixture, but a consistent theme and style for all their bathroom fixtures is not always doable. Not only that, but now the client feels rushed to choose all the bathroom fixtures and feels like their options have narrowed to whatever they see at whatever store they visit, because they don't have time to order something online if they see something else they like. This ripple effect is something that builders don't often see or understand, and clients, though frustrated, accept this as just how the industry works. So how would a decision list have helped this situation? Well, let me explain. A client decision list, or CDL, is a list of material or product selections that need to be made on a project, but more importantly, each material or product has an ordering deadline attached to it. A CDL directly references the project's schedule for its deadlines, ensuring the impacted trades have 2 things. A, they have knowledge of what's being installed further along in the project, and B, the products and materials are on site when they're required. The CDL is presented to the client before the project starts, not only giving them ample time to choose products, but a roadmap and a timeline to make those decisions. They can start looking online at bathroom fixtures and have a clear idea of that landscape, feeling like they can make informed decisions. They can buy products earlier if they're on sale, they can reuse products if they want, they can schedule time to meet at the plumbing store when the kids are occupied. Choosing products can become an enjoyable experience instead of a last-minute and stressful one. Hey guys, quick break, just a reminder to like and subscribe. And if you do, we'll meet up and play Scrabble, and I promise I'll let you win. If you do, I'll paint a portrait of you in watercolors, and you'll love it. If you do, I'll come mow your lawn, but you'll have to trim the hedge. A CDL is made by the builder, or you can reference mine for free. There's a link in the description below. It's basically a fillable document that I make referencing the schedule, doing basic math. I figure out when I'll need the materials, subtract the lead time, subtract another week for safety, and that date is my deadline for that specific decision. Now, it does take some experience, and there are some material choices that are required way before the products are needed, as they affect other scopes of work down the line. But that's where the builder's experience is leveraged, and the client doesn't need to stress about it. A CDL shows your clients that you're organized and professional, that you care about the client experience. Making a CDL helps drive questions about sequencing and constructability that will help you understand the project better also. It'll help clarify and adjust your project schedule, and getting these choices made early will help ensure you don't have costly delays and/or rework to do. Generally, it keeps the sailing smooth. So when a builder hands you a CDL at the start of the project, it's reassuring that your builder has meticulously planned out your build and isn't just taking the stance that it'll be done when it's done. A CDL helps you plan out your decision-making process, giving you more options and the ability to enjoy the process. It helps you feel like part of the process, not just an auxiliary member that signs the checks. The CDL also helps drive your questions and can help clarify the building process if there are parts that are unclear. It all sounds pretty gravy, doesn't it? Guess what? It is. Yes, It takes the builder a little bit of time to make the CDL, but it's a form that's reusable for every project. You just need to adjust the dates based on the specific project. And if you're an organized builder that's doing this internally anyway, your client will really appreciate the organization and advance notice if you simply share it with them. A client decision list is a win for everyone because the last thing anyone wants is for the painter to be standing at the front door waiting with a brush in his hand. If you've enjoyed this video and you'd like to work together, you can reach me at 2 different places now. Albatross Design and Draft for design and consultation, and albatrossacademy.ca. That's my new website that's focused on online course material and resources to help clients navigate through the construction process. Thanks for watching.